and ensure that they are once again in the semi-finals of this competition to try to qualify to the ASEAN Championships next year, in which the big girls, or the big guns, the big girls from Vietnam or Thailand or Philippines, as well as Myanmar, will all feature. Two very strong sides. Indonesia with some of the foreign-born players. Singapore with young stars in the lineup. And here we go, live from Kuala Lumpur. It's Indonesia will be attacking from right to left. The Garuda Pertiwi, all white. Singapore will be the home side by virtue of winning Group A. Attacking from left to right. Singapore has seen Laos winning the other semi-final early on in the day. By virtue of Anna Kionsi after just 28 seconds into the matchup. And now Indonesia with Isabel Notet. Try to go in first for Indonesia. Onto the right-hand side, Sheva Imut sends one across, and already the alarm bells are ringing for the Singaporean defense. It's Indonesia showing no remorse. They will be on the offensive for the majority of the contest, with some of the changes that they've made with Sydney Hopper as well as Katarina Stalin, both very attack-minded players. Yuvika Suresh taking the right-hand side with Farhana Haizat. Be coming in from the left. So coming together between Farhana as well as Hopper. Tries it from together with Sheva Imut. Plays in midfield for this one. Interestingly enough. Started some sort of a winger. Katarina Stalin in midfield. It's Felicia Deseo for Indonesia, trying to get past Umaira. Winning the ball back though from Dania Kasima. Great run from Isabel Notet, sending one in. Oh, that almost up to the head of Sydney Hopper inside the 6-yard area. Just above the 19-year-old Dallas Patriot striker Sydney Hopper. Born in Little Rock in Arkansas, half Indonesian is Sydney Hopper. Plays in NCAA Division 2 with Dallas Baptist Patriots. Also scored in the final of the previous edition of the AFF Women's Cup, where Indonesia went on to win the whole competition 3-1 in their final against Cambodia. This time the winners will have a different kind of opposition. The Anna Kionsi inspired Laos, who scored 2 goals and also had 1 assist in this competition. Away by Umaira, and Danelle Tan scored twice. She has got 3 goals in this competition so far. She'll be the go-to player. Sabinotet to get past the second, and the second one was Umaira, who's trying to go in physically. You can see where the arm went. Isabel Notet, right at the face of Umaira. Yep. A bit of a slap from Isabel Nortet.
Yeah, which one? If go to the striker, someone has
Very energetic left winger, Isabel Nortet. Born in the Netherlands, formerly with AZ Alkmaar. Stella Lupati trying to get past. Singapore defends well for the first 5 minutes of the semi-final contest. Say that it's going to be a tough task for the Lionesses. Indonesia with some of their foreign-born talents played in the Dutch league. There are some players that they haven't called up. Claudia Scheunemann being one of them, as well as the Japanese base Zahra Mustalifa became one of the trailblazers of Indonesian women's football. Yamanda to open some space, from the left-hand side, and for Sydney Hopper. Hannah Rohaisa to do some defensive duties. This is Pauline van der Poel, tries to pull it back into the area where Stella Lupati is present. Emily Nahon really need to be careful because the Nel Tan will always lurk, trying to get him behind the defense. Nel Tan, another Japanese base player. He's in the Japanese league, the WE league. It's Nel Tan. Tokyo Verdy Belletta. Myra got past one. Need to contain some of the high press. Firstly from Stella Lupati and then from Sydney Hopper. By Farhana only as far as Van der Poel. Another Dutch-born player, Pauline van der Poel from Haarlem. Her mother partly Indonesian. Taylor. Taylor, number 19, debuted and scored a few years back with a huge story as well. Doing that debut night for Singapore for Kyra Taylor. English and Malay heritage. The midfield player for Singapore, Isabel Nortet, getting past one, but she's got Yuvika Suresh for company. Yuvika Suresh, one of the Up the Raw scholarship recipients. We've got lots of them, particularly on the bench. Oh, that's a good ball. It's a good idea too. To find Katarina Stalin, who made that late run.
Get up.
Way by Gayumanda. Indonesia came in with full-on assault here. Singapore defending. Tarina Stalin, another American-born player from San Diego, California, number 20 for Indonesia, only 17 years of age. She, as well as Yuvika Suresh, the two youngest players in this semi-final. Isha Desiu to get past Umaira Hamdan. Umaira earning the captain's armband for the first time in this competition. Singapore had to defend so deep when Daniel Tan has the ball. Always isolated. Remini Rombiwas, the player from Papua heritage. The races in Indonesia. Trying to string some passes forward is Singapore. Myra. Hamdan. She has been with Irsalina Irwan for club and country, the defensive partnership. Irsalina, the more younger one, 5 years between Umaira Hamdan as well as Irsalina Irwan. Under pressure is Sarah Zuriska. Opens it up well for Yuvika Suresh, but first touch. And already a press. Kea Yumanda. Asprof Jawa Barat. Hails from Batam, no? Which means that she is thousands of kilometers away from her family. Goes to West Java to pursue her footballing dream, footballing career. No foul being given there after that collision. And this is Estela Lupati. Clean challenge from Siti Rosnani. Very interesting to see her using her father's name, Siti Rosnani Asman, using Asman as name on her shirt, Siti Rosnani. The first corner of the game goes Indonesia's way. Oh, some collision. When Sydney Hopper went for the 50-50. First corner of the game. Indonesia has got some tall players. Daniel Tan had get back, help the defense. Good ball into the front post where it was swerving into the back of the net. If it wasn't for Siti Rosnani, 58th cap for one of the most senior players in the squad. Another one is Lim Lee Siang. Another very good ball in. Reveni Rumbiwas wanted that one. Emily Nahon getting past the defender, getting past Sarah Zuriska, winning another one.
Always communicate with them. Communicate.
It's Indonesia's third in a row. See Emily Nahon, Sydney hot down into the near post. Gonna get past the nail. The ball back, and this is Shiva Imut. Shiva Imut for Indonesia, pulls it back for Estela Lupati. The ball just bounced off her foot, and the chance gone begging. Huge opportunity for Indonesia to get their noses in front. Look at Danielle Tan and 3 players just sandwiching her. And this pullback, oh, that was a heavy touch from Stella Lupati, who plays the 3rd division of Italian football with Torres Calcio. Stella Lupati.
Yeah, half of the outside. So little bit down.
Was the blood in the mouth of Kea Yumanda.
So one gear is out, little bit down. Cover first.
Yuvika Suresh, oh no. That's not what we wanted to see from Yuvika Suresh. She was one of the brightest sparks against Malaysia and earned herself another start here in the semi-final. First international goal at just 17 years of age. Yuvika Suresh. Currently studies in the US, IMG Academy, some other recipients as well. Reveni Rumbiwas. Good first. Justin. Centre, oh, that's a good ball. And Izairida Shakira not there first. The 15th cap for Singapore, only 19 years of age. Onside. Still behind here. And Singapore with their first attacks of the matchup so far. Danielle Tan trying to pull the trigger from very far out. Hopper opens it up to the left hand side. Good first touch from Isabel Nortet. Tries to play it towards Stella Lupati. Long ball forward from the captain, Emily Nahon. Led by Singaporean captain Humaira Hamdan. 35th cap. So only Yuvika Suresh. It's the number of caps in the single digit in this matchup. No Mulan Alif, who started against Malaysia as well. Good ball through, but perhaps a bit too much. Too close to the goalkeeper. Also, there's no Ain Saleh. Started against Lao and was absolutely bright on the left-hand side in that matchup. No Naurin Dria yet in this competition. One of the top scorers of the competition. That was a crunching challenge. Irumbiwas losing out, and Katarina Stalin. The late challenge, late lunge. No card given. That challenge on Danielle Tan.
Second ball! Second ball!
Forward to the edge of the penalty area, away by Stalin. Yuvika Suresh trying to find some space and was what? It's not offered to the 17-year-old, or not the pressure first touches there. Good recovery from Irsalina. This is Danielle, opens it up well for Farhana Rohaizat. 2 22s going up against each other. Retreating back, good ball for Danielle. Good touch from Emily Nahon. Shot from range, blocked away by Katarina Stalin. Shot from Kyra Taylor. Scored an outrageous goal for University of St Andrews in Scotland 2 years back against Durham. One of the best goals that season in the league over there in Scotland. She scored one in the BUCS Premier North whilst pursuing degree in psychology. And also one of the IMG Academy graduates under the Up the Raw scholarship program in Singapore. Fun fact, Lamasan Chantel, who's on the bench, goalkeeper for Singapore, was the first ever goalkeeper to receive a scholarship. To pursue in the US or in Spain. Pursue football, studies as well. The pressure was Lizio. Indonesia got out of it nonetheless. By Umaira. Oh. A bit of misunderstanding, but Van der Poel won it back for Indonesia. Singapore trying to apply bits of pressure. Good steal there. Danielle Tan, great first touch. That was enormous from her. Or was that a foul? Was that handball though from Danielle?
What? What do you mean what?
Wow.
What happened?
That was called a handball by Asaka Koizumi.
What? Find the space behind.
Was that handball? Was that? Oh, that was an enormous skill from Danielle Tan, but did the touch after that actually hit her arm. We don't have the luxury of VAR though. If else, it might be checked. for Dokso. Now Sheba Imut for Indonesia. We'll sit back for Sydney Hopper. Clearance on the spies. Katarina Stalin takes the shot. Easy for Isairida Shakira. Huge fan of Mariups. Part of the UEFA Women's Championship winning side for England. Like her training. Paris Saint-Germain from Manchester United at one point in her career. Sairida Shakira, huge fan of the English goalkeeper. The Singaporean down. She's down hurt now, Irsalina Irwan. 3 years ago in Hangzhou, in Asian Games, she was the youngest player in the squad, Irsalina Irwan. Only 16 then. Isabel Notet. Certainly sparkling on the left-hand side. One of her first professional clubs in the Netherlands was with AZ Alkmaar. Then after joining Hera United, she's now the new name of Telstar in 2024. Her debut was against AZ Alkmaar and she even scored against her former side. Here's Sheba Imut. Shot from range, just wide. Sheba Imut, surely. Huge confidence boost after scoring against Laos. Inspiration for her father to name her Sheva Imut. You can remember Ukrainian football legend Andriy Shevchenko called Sheva. She's got a younger sister called Chelsea. So you can tell that her father is a huge fan of the set player Andriy Shevchenko. Inspired. Oh, that was a handball from Remini Rumbiwas. Bounced off her foot. Debuted in July 2024, replacing Venetia Lim. Sorry, against Maldives. Huge win where she even scored. Good touch from Felicia Deseo. Went up vigorously, quickly. Stella Lupati. Born in Amsterdam. That was very tight. He was born in Amsterdam. Father is of Maluku descent. From North Maluku. Isabel Notet for Sydney Hopper, but Lupati away. Right, Rosnani. Remini Rumbiwas really need to be careful. There are already 2 incidents involving her as well as Danielle Tan. And from Mamuribo, Biak, the Papua region of Indonesia. Winners of the Petiwi Cup 4 seasons ago. Here's Stalin. Into Sheva Imut. Got past one. Trying to string it towards Estella Lupati, who will always make that late run. This time, Umaira Hamdan read it well. Umaira Hamdan, who represented Singapore since under 14 days. She's made senior appearances since 2017. That was 9 years ago. She was only 15 then. Lunge as well, but clean one. Estella Lupati. She'll always take those from far out. That's how Indonesia scored their goal against Laos. A long-range effort from Estella Lupati back then. No one hit the post, and Sheva Imut pounced on the rebound. And no goal yet after half an hour. Heavy touch from Sydney Hopper. Now Yubika Suresh can run on the right-hand side. Going up against Gaya Umanda, who wins the 1v1 battle. And also wins a free kick. Always a double team. This bright young star, Yubika Suresh. Gaya Umanda. Myra needed to make sure. Safe place by Myra Taylor. Back to the goalkeeper. Sairida Shakira, Singaporean number 1, ready only at the age of 19. Best goalkeeper in the league as well, with Lion City Sailors. Great shot-stopping ability she has got. This is Isabel Nortet. First touch, at the very least, she kept it in play for Dania Kosima. In towards her, Player of the Year for women's football in Singapore 3 years ago. Dania Kosima, the young Player of the Year. Isabel Nortet. So another clean challenge from Dania Kosima. Isabel Nortet had to go through double team of her own against Dania Kosima as well as Yubika Suresh. Same challenge that Yubika Suresh had to endure for the entirety of this matchup against Gaya Umanda. Isabel Nortet also came back to defend, to help the defense. Stella Lupati in the physical battle. Emily Nahon. It's a hard ball. Van der Poel.
Ke depan, Ray. Hadap depan. Kanan. Depan lagi sikit. Push them up. Push them up. Main, push them up. Yes, yes. Push them up. Dani, yes.
Tarati has got two
Yes, Sal. Tengok Sal.
teenage deputies in goal on the bench. Eloise Aura Diva, uncapped, 17 years of age, and Liana Ayu Arumi, only 16, with 3 games under her belt already. Last 10 minutes of the first half. Still not much for the goalkeepers. Decided to make some saves, but not really key saves. Naitaroati still 0 shots towards her. Now tries to open it up to Yubika Suresh. Kiayumanda does well.
Okay, drop again, Yubi, drop again. Slowly drop.
Tarohati Mashkuro. Clearance only as far as Salina. Emily Rumbiwas. You really need to be careful with those 50-50 challenges. Right. Face of Salina. Emily Rumbiwas. Always a tough defender for Indonesia. Also captain of Toli of Papua, on the Tiwi Cup 21-22. Scoring one herself. Oh, that's a good ball in. 3 Indonesian players got mixed up. And they're colliding with each other. Indonesia Desu came back the worst. Emily Nahon.
Yes, well done, mine.
The assistant, and there was a push from a Singaporean player.
Okay, last minute dah. Just settle minute, everything will be settled. Come on, drop first. Wow.
It was not that far away from Venezia. Another long ball, this time misjudged by Emily Nahon. Danelle all alone. Danelle Tan tries to curl it into the top right corner of the goal. With her weaker left, with her left foot, Danelle Tan.
B7.
Emily Nahon.
B7, yes.
Oh, how huge was that misjudgment from the Indonesian captain.
Keep talking.
And Danelle Tan tries to curl it to the top corner. Taroati covered. Singapore certainly growing into the game. Rosnani in centre back role. Very experienced defender.
Get up. Nanti too far. Okay, organize. Mine.
No, there was a bit of a chase from Venezia Lim. The chase for Isabel Notet. Instead, there was Umaira Hamdan. Lupati. A great challenge from Umaira. Umaira Hamdan. Is there a foul throw? Wow. Interestingly enough. Oh, the throw, it was taken still inside the pitch. Isabel Notet. She was not even behind the throw-in line. It was called as a foul throw. Myra forward. Two players surrounding Danel Tan. And this is the Zil. Good reading of the game by Irsalina. Nirumbiwas, now 25 years of age. 23rd Indonesian cap. Gahimanda under pressure from Yubika. Emily Nahon had to play it long. Won again by Irsalina. Revni Rumbiwas, no foul, said the referee. Sydney Hopper. Stella Lupati. Good ball forward. For Isabel Notet. Sends it back into the area. Now swing on. Shot. And over from Felicia Deseu. Plays for Adodanak. Great flow, pass and movement. No cross, just too far behind. Katarina Stalin, who made that late run into the penalty area, try to crash in. Myra, that was risky. Taylor, very calm, collected. Taylor. High press there from me, or should I say from Katarina Stalin. Felicia Deseu. This time it is Deseu who ventures forward more often than not, instead of Katarina Stalin. Gayamanda. Indonesia trying to end the first half with a lead. That's a good ball for Sheva Imuts, and flag goes up. The ball will end up in the back of the net, but will not count the run from Sheva Imut. Yeah, well offside. Was clear from the run of Sheva Imut. Both these sides did well to cancel each other out. Van der Poel. Indonesia. Deseu. Sydney Hopper. Too far forward. Revni Rumbiwas, who applied the press and eventually winning her side, the throw. Siti Rosnani not taking any chances. Revni Rumbiwas. Sheva Imut will be in an offside position. touch the ball. Could be the end of the overlapping centre-back run of Rebeni Rombewas. Throw from Sheva Imut. Van der Poel wanted it. 2 minutes of added time for the first 45. Still goalless, but that could change here. Indonesia rallying forward. Gyayumanda getting past two. Wins Indonesia free kick. That could be huge. Gyayumanda, rare opportunity to venture forward herself. Getting past two, including Yuvika Suresh, and that was just outside of the penalty area. Yeah, she was inside and then outside, and that was when the touch happened. So Felicia Lizu, close to the area, 4-player wall right in front of her, as well as the figure of Izairida Shakira. Felicia Lizu has not scored yet for Indonesia. Will that change with this free kick right at the edge of the area? Felicia Lizu. It's Felicia Lizu that was straight at Izairida Shakira. No problem for the Sailors goalkeeper. Right at the goalkeeper's midriff. Not spilling it, that's always the first rule.
That's a push. Come on. It's a clear push. That's a foul. She's not doing anything.
Goalless after 45. But you can see the intent from both these sides. A very different approach by the two teams. Indonesia venturing forward more often than their opposite number, Singapore, who had a few chances to get in behind with the Nel Tan. But these teams have not really tested the goalkeepers. After 45 minutes, Singapore 0, Indonesia 0.
In moments like this,
Vamos, vamos, vamos. Vamos, vamos to Indonesia Woman. Indonesia 0, Singapore 0, 0, 0. Half time. Siapa yang akan menang? Halo, halo. Akankah Indonesia mengalahkan Singapura? Singapura, apakah mampu Indonesia mengalahkan Singapura kali ini, guys? Atau sebaliknya Singapura yang akan menaklukkan Indonesia? Sementara skor masih 0-0. Tadi ada FIFA tidak membuahkan hasil gol dan hanya pelanggaran di start gawang guys, hanya memulai start gawang. Sayang sekali Indonesia belum bisa mencetak gol kali ini guys. Akankah Indonesia mengalahkan Singapura kali ini guys, atau sebaliknya ini guys? Kalau ini video pas Indonesia di FIFA Matchday di Mangkuharjo guys, jadi suasananya lagi pas lagi half time guys, jadinya suasananya masih menanti pertandingan selanjutnya ini guys, masih perumpamaan aja guys. Kalau dari segi permainan guys, Indonesia mampu menguasai pertandingan guys, tapi Singapura juga bagus kali ini guys. Banyak kesempatan dari Singapura yang membuahkan hampir mencetak gol tadi guys, Singapura guys. Padahal banyak kesempatan juga Indonesia guys tadi guys. Tadi ada kesempatan Indonesia mencetak gol dan pemain dari Indonesia terjatuh dan tidak ada tendangan penalti karena masih di luar garis. Kurang sedikit banget ini guys, hanya tendangan bebas. Hula itu span hula. Kesempatan yang sangat bagus tadi guys Indonesia guys. Apakah kali ini Indonesia akan mampu menaklukkan Singapura guys? Kalau dari segi penonton banyak dari Indonesia ini guys kayaknya guys. Lalu buat yang pecinta bola, kami selalu menayangkan reaksi pertandingan dari seluruh dunia. Ada liga dari Meksiko, Amerika, Singapura, Malaysia, Taiwan, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Chile, Colombia. Ayo guys, subscribe. Tidak ketinggalan kita dari sepak bola dari seluruh dunia ini guys, semuanya ada di sini guys. Susunan pemain dari Indonesia ini guys. Vamos. Indonesia. Signore. Tadi ada kesempatan yang paling bagus dari Felicia guys, Felicia yang hampir mencetak gol guys di menit ke berapa tadi ya? Ada Felicia, ada Sydney Hopper, Pauline van der Poel, Isabel Motet, Katarina Stalin. Main import semua guys, karena Indonesia tidak mempunyai liganya belum berjalan, liga wanita khususnya belum pernah, selama Erick Thohir memimpin belum ada liga wanita. Seva Imut tadi juga bagus guys. Seva Imut. Estela Lopeti, Angelina Horn, Laita Masipuro, Edelwis, Aura Diva yang di bangku cadangan belum dimainkan ini guys. Alena Ayu, Marcela Abi, Vini Silvianus, Reva Octaviani, Vivi Octavia, sementara pemain dari Singapura guys. Singapura. Mas tadi guys, Singapura. Singapura kemarin yang baru saja mengalahkan Malaysia ya. Malaysia takluk Singapura kemarin guys. Padahal tuan rumahnya ini guys, Malaysia guys. Tapi mampu dikalahkan oleh Singapura. Masalah pula Singapura lebih unggul dari Indonesia guys. Dari segi permainan pun Singapura banyak menyerangnya ini guys. Tapi tidak tahu pula itu kuda guys. Saja Indonesia mampu mengalahkan Singapura guys, ataukah Indonesia ditaklukkan oleh Singapura kali ini guys. Oke, babak kedua akan segera dimulai guys. Sementara skor masih 0-0 kali ini guys. Indonesia. Si half time. Dari statistik pertandingan, guys, Singapura tahu posisinya hanya 33%, sementara Indonesia 67%, dan total shooting Indonesia ada 5, guys, sementara Singapura hanya 1. Kalau shot on target Indonesia 2, Singapura hanya 0, guys. Corner kick Indonesia dapat shot total Singapura hanya 1, Indonesia 5. Shot on target Indonesia 2, guys. Berarti Indonesia tadi di babak pertama banyak kesempatan, guys, untuk mencetak gol. Shot on target sesuai target ini Singapura hanya 1, sedangkan Indonesia 3. Kalau dari segi permainan seharusnya Indonesia harus bisa unggul dari Singapura ini, guys. Tapi tidak tahu bola itu pindah karena, guys, babak kedua akan segera dimulai. Guys. Position Indonesia, masih Indonesia, position Indonesia, sentro, gak bisa
In the semi-final for second straight edition. First one also totally dominated by Indonesia last time out. Sounding 3-0 victory where Claudia Schoenemann, Reva Octaviani as well as Octavianti Dwi Normalita scored the goals for Indonesia this time. No goals yet on both sides. This is the best chance for Singapore. Daniel Tan did well to get past Remni Rumbiwas. And curling a shot that was just wide. So the second half, 2 changes for Singapore, and Lim Lee Sian, number 7, and 16-year-old Nur Ain Saleh earned her 5th Singaporean cap, taking the place of Farhana Rohaizat as well as Yuvika Suresh. So fresh wingers for Singapore, but they'll have to defend right from the off here with Sheva Imut. Good defending from Ain Saleh. This is Desiu. Puts it up to Isabel Nortet. Sends a very strong drilled ball. Too far away for Sheva Imut. Great rounded ball from Isabel Nortet. Sheva Imut onside, but just too far for Sheva Imut. Nobody even marking Indonesian number 10. She wins the header from the goal kick from Isairida Shakira. Strings of attack from Indonesia. They always do. 4 shots, 2 of them on target in the first half. It's Sheva Imut. Another low cross. This time cleared away. Easily defended. It's Ain Saleh. Good pressure from Pauline van der Poel. Tony van der Poel, as well as Isabel Notet, and Indonesian citizenship August last year. Together with the men's players, Mauro Zylstra as well as Miliana Jonathans, who played in the third qualification round of World Cup for Indonesia. They went as far as round 4. Played in that round 4. Zylstra as well as Miliana Jonathans. Jebaimut. By Umaira. Clean one, set the referee. Singapore certainly growing into the game. It's Venezia. Away by Remini Rumbewas. 50-50 with Remini Rumbewas. Ain stake down, Ryan Saleh. So finally she'll be receiving attention after that 50-50 with a hard tackling Remini Rumbewas. She's got hard legs as well. She has got to the ball first, but Ain Saleh sent flying. Only 16. Is Nur Ain Saleh. First female scholar of the Sailors Football Academy. Eventually also earned the Up the Raw scholarship. But different from most of the others who went to the States, she instead opted for Spain to play with Madrid CFF, the youth team of Madrid CFF. Unleash the Raw scholarship has supplied most of the players in the women's national team for Singapore. Man Desu, Felicia Desu.
Yasmin, shoot that hole.
Kea.
Okay.
Move forward. You see for Zahida Shakira. I'm talking about Madrid CFF. The Madrid CFF has been one of the teams that has supplied some world-class players. It's played for Spanish women's national team. Some of the players include Ona Patier as well as Vicky Lopez, playing for FC Barcelona. It was a touch, but advantage played for Singapore. Stalin on the ball with her hands. Salina Irwan can also play as a centre back if Singapore needs to play 3 at the back, together with Umaira Hamdan. Obviously together with Yasmin Zaharin. Suriska to Lim Li Xian. No way past Kea Yumanda. Lim Li Xian, 3-year career break. 4 back to the Singaporean football system. Sarah Suriska. Good ball in towards Daniel Tan. And Rumbiwas not taking any chances. Always the one. It's become a nuisance to the defenders. This time it is Dania Kasima who is down. Bit of a cramp. As they say, it's always hard when you are not in possession. You always move about to ensure space. Close down, but wow, that's a shame. We know how bright of a talent Norain Saleh is, and she had to be subbed off after only just 8 minutes into the second half, after her introduction due to the injury, after colliding with Remini Rumbiwas. And instead it is Farah Nuzahira who comes on. Farah Nuzahira, the 15th cap. Singapore certainly growing into the game. Farah Nuzahira, second top scorer of Women's Premier League in Singapore in 2025. Scored 24 goals. Farah Nuzahira, only behind Albirex Singapore's Ruriko Takashima, who won the Golden Boot with 30 goals. Scored the winner in her debut against Pakistan 3 years ago, Farah Nuzahira. So she's very well known as a bit of a scorer herself. Although she's only got that one goal to show in the red of Singapore, so that'll be a yellow for Remini Rumbiwas. And in all honesty, it has been coming after those crunching challenges that she always plays, and she is very well known for that. In the women's scene in Indonesia, they had to wait a very long time for another women's league, though. We can recall 2 years ago, Indonesia did win the AFF Women's Cup without even having a women's league over there. Umaira, second try with a long pass. The best of first touches there from Sydney Hopper, but she's got back up. First touch there for Farah. She'll get it back eventually. Loses it back instantaneously. It's always that 50-50 battle. It's always the loose ball battle. Felicia Dezu to make chase. Van der Poel will always be helping on that right hand side for Indonesia. Siti Rosnani using all her experience for the team. Colin Van der Poel with the ball in. Touch coming from Sydney Hopper. This is Sheba Imut to Kia Yumanda. The ball through, trying to find Estella Lupati. Looked a bit quiet in the second half. Lupati. Ball in from Isabel Norte. Sheba Imut tries to go for the header. Was there a touch from Irsalina Irwan? It's a goal kick. going Singapore's way. Put ball in, always causing problems. 50-50, Sheva Imut as well as Irsalina. Perhaps, actually, it's a valid case from Sheva Imut. She thought that last touch was off Irsalina. 3 of the back 4 9 City Sailors players for Singapore. Capturing the title, but just losing out previous season. Oh, that was a push. It's been called as a foul. Kyra Taylor and Sheva Imut. Was a push there from Taylor. And now another opportunity to pose a challenge, to test Izairida Shakira in goal. 2-player wall. Venetia being one of them. Liwas as well as Daniel Tan we're talking to, as well as Stella Lupati and Dania Kasima. These two inside the 6-yard area. So Koizumi calling the two over. Lupati as well as Dania Kasima. On that far side of the 6-yard area, there is the tall figure of Sydney Hopper. Manda just outside of the penalty area. Felicia Dizeu or Isabel Nortet will be sending it short for Isabel Nortet. Good strike. Goalkeeper had to get down quickly. Got down quickly, she does. What's a cover up from Farah, right behind the keeper. Okay, she spilled it. Long ball forward. It's good from Evelyn Ahon. Sends one in across the penalty area. Across the goal. Nobody in white was there. Now Farah. Getting past 1, past 2, free kick Singapore in transition from Farah Nozahira. Foul by Katarina Stalin after speedy winger got past the overlapping Pauline van der Poel. Only 1 yellow card so far, although this has been a physical matchup between the two sides that meet again. Not just that, they've had lots of history of meetings between the two. There's also Marcela Awi on the bench for Indonesia. And if you look further into the history between the two sides, Marcela Awi scored 3 goals out of the 4 senior goals that she has got. 3 of which were against Singapore. Marcela Awi, number 18 for Indonesia, on the bench. Emily Rumbewas. And now Indonesia can gallop forward here through Sheba Imut. Sydney Hopper. Ball did end up towards Isabel Nortet. Needing some help. There is Deseo. Deseo from range. Easy for Isairida Shakira. Did not get the elevation that she was hoping for to pose some issues in goal for Shakira. Straight. The 19-year-old goalkeeper. Sheba Imut. Stalin. Gayumanda for Indonesia. 1 hour is played. Stalin, that's a good ball. Oh, that was a challenge, and a free kick has been given. Umaira's touch all the way into Sydney Hopper. Oh, did she get to the ball first there? Certainly got the player. A huge debate over here from that Siti Rosnani challenge. Free kick has been given for Indonesia, and this time lots more interested, and certainly one has been heavily favoured to take this. Sydney Hopper has got 1 goal for Garuda Pertiwi. The only goal that she has scored for Indonesia was against Cambodia in that final 2 years ago. Now a chance to add another to a tally of goals, which also includes an under-19 goal against Malaysia in another ASEAN competition last year. It's Sydney Hopper. Up and away. Huge potential in that opportunity. She got that all wrong on the edge of the area. Sydney Hopper, 19-year-old, plays for Dallas Patriots in the US. Oh, that was high risk from Laitarawati. Hopper, born in Little Rock, but the one that is playing for Little Rock is actually Emily Nahon, this player. Born in the Netherlands, Emily Nahon. Now with Little Rock Trojans as a sophomore. Started 15 games out of 16 last season as a freshman. Emily Nahon. Singapore applying good press, but now spaces are opening. That's a good ball for Estela Lopati. But look at Umaira Hamdan covering the ground, doing it ever so well for Singapore. Falling behind the defence. You can see why Umaira Hamdan is the Singaporean captain nowadays. Certainly leading by example. Indonesia. The pressure is like Taroati. Zil into Sheva Imut. Sheva Imut been given a license. There's a good ball through for Estela Lupati. Super stop is Arida Shakira. That was the opportunity for Indonesia to score. Inside Rida Shakira stood her ground well, but Indonesia will come again. It's Gaya Umanda getting past one. Gaya Umanda! That took a little genius from the left back. That took a little while. Finally got themselves in front, and that was a superb finish from the goal from Batam. What a journey, what a run. She lacked Umaira Hamdan and sends one past Zaira Shakira, who made a huge save, 1v1 just a few seconds prior. A powerful finish. And that is why you listen to Tino Scheunemann when he asked, who is that left back number 17, when she was playing for the under-19s some 3 years ago. Because Gaya Umanda has certainly shown that she is of high quality. 1-0 Indonesia. And now they perhaps smell blood after that goal. Umaira Hamdan got injured after she saw herself getting beat 1v1 by Gaya Umanda. Her second goal for Garuda Pertiwi. Corner, or perhaps a free kick. That was late from Sydney Hopper on Siti Rosnani. Singapore they have been absolutely good, Singapore, in defence, but now they will need to push forward. They'll need to use Daniel Tan even more, and perhaps even some of the attackers are so unlucky to lose the dynamite Norain Saleh. But now this is Farah going up against Remini Rumbiwa, sends one in for Tanel. This is Lim Li Xian. Good tackle from Kea herself. She was the one who scored, and she was the one blocking the shot from Lim Li Xian. Now Tania, she also needs to venture forward even more, because it was the fullback at her side, Gaya Umanda, who scored for Indonesia. Now she might need to step up and do one herself. Dania Kosima. Singapore always score. They have scored 4 times in this competition. Can they do it again? Or will Indonesia, that defensive solidity, show that they certainly can keep Singapore at bay? Singapore scored 4. Indonesia conceded only once in this competition. Best best attacking team against the best defensive team. On paper, although Indonesia has been on the front foot for the majority of this game. Now Singapore will need to attack. Indonesia, they can use the momentum. Singapore will need to turn to their talismanic player, Tanel Tan, who has scored 3. Tanel, it's a 50-50 with Remini Rumbiwas, and Tanel Tan was in fact the one who's been perceived the culprit. After that, coming to Remini Rumbiwas did get to the ball first. She was the one making the clearance. And now trying to reach for that one in hopes of getting to the ball first, and there was a coming together. She might even get a penalty, but it's not what was transpired. Approaching the last quarter of an hour here in Cheras. Isabel Notet, early ball in, nobody home in white. Sairida Shakira will rush every ball that comes her way. She wants the ball to go forward for Singapore. And Sheva Imut for Indonesia. There will be few spaces open. Sheva Imut got that all wrong. Tries to go for a curler outside of the area. Sheva Imut. She sliced it wide. Number 10. Of many players, the local Indonesian born that got into the Indonesian football system through football school, or in Indonesia they call it SSB, Sekolah Sepak Bola. Stalin certainly is not one of the players. So Raikai, another forward from Lion City Sailors, comes on for a defender, Dania Kasima. And you know what that means. Singapore will be sending more players in attack. Raikai, who switched from netball to become a lioness, become a footballer, recipient of the Singapore Police Force Scholarship. Previously a netballer in Singapore Sports School, then switched to football, becoming one of the stars in Singapore. Will she rise when the country needed her most? Raikai. That's 4 subs already for Singapore. Oh, that's a good ball. So Stella Lupati could not get into the end of it. Sairida Shakira A drop balls straight to an Indonesian player. Pull back away by Umaira. Is Isabel Notet. Palupati. Oshimai Musa around the goalkeeper. Flag went up. Singapore survived. Sheba Imut. She thought she was through on goal. Oh my goodness. She was in fact onside, I believe. Wow. That's a huge decision. Flag went up early. The assistant referee. Indonesia so close to obtaining a second. It wasn't for that offside flag. Singapore. It is now their turn to come up with something inoffensive. Huge energy, good ball for Lupati. Right by Siti Rosnani. Out for a corner in which Indonesia will not rush to take. They'll let some valuable seconds pass them by. Alicia Lizil standing over the ball for Indonesia. Sends one in. That's a beautiful header. And Indonesia, they are one step closer to a second AFF Women's final. It is Ramini Rumbiwas on target from the header, from the corner. Beautiful ball in. Ramini Rumbiwas rises the highest. And the captain of a Papuan team, Toli FC, has inspired her nation to another AFF final. Ramini Rumbiwas, her second ever international goal for Indonesia's second of the night. And what a time for that to come. And Singapore are hurt. They still have 10 more minutes. But will 10 minutes be enough for them to find 2 goals? Ramini Rumbiwas, her first goal was against Jordan last year in May. The opening goal before Jordan eventually equalised for a 1-1 scoreline. This time for Ramini Rumbiwas, the goal will come. Perhaps so, on a winning effort. Indonesian rejoice as they know they're so nearly there, but will they emulate the scoreline from 2 years ago and to win by 3-0? Bizu onside, flag stay down, good ball in, not the best of first touches there from Estella Lupati. Farah. Who's got Katarina Stalin for company. Stalin on her 10th cap, stopping the number 10 of Singapore. Farah. Danelle wants it. Ramini Rumbiwas won it. Sheba Imut. Well, she might be thinking she should have got the second goal. She should have been the one to grab Indonesia's second after rounding Isairida Shakira. But nonetheless, the second did come for Indonesia. Singapore were forced to clear from throw-ins. Second or the third time is Sheba Imut. Ball in behind. Offside. Stella Lupati. It's one step too early. The one who was ventured from the Netherlands with a few clubs to Belgium with Zulte Waregem, Torres. In Italy, Stella Lupati. Irsalina. Singapore will need one. Danelle from far out. And it was a speculative effort. Danelle Tan scored 13 times. Singapore. And this matchup. That matchup with Remy Rumbiwas good to be a tough challenge for her. It's Isabel Nortet. Stella Lupati. Another offside decision against her. Offside on that far side. Stella Lupati. 5 more minutes between Indonesia and another AFF Women's final. They've won it 2 years ago to dispatching Cambodia in the final. This time they will have Lau after Lau scoring so early on in the other semi-final. So 2 changes, Rosdila Nur Rahma, number 16, as well as another Dutch-born player, Isa Vabs. Her grandmother is from Padang, named Filomena Rushop. Debuted last year against Kyrgyzstan with a goal, Isa Vabs. So Isabel Nortet as well as Estella Lupati will make way. And interestingly enough, that's the first changes by Indonesia tonight. Isa Vabs now plays in the second tier of German football, but will be playing in the third tier after Haifa Barbarian got relegated last season. And another change includes Rosdila Nur Rahma on her 26th cap. She has got 2 goals in her international career. Rosdila Nur Rahma, one good talent as well locally. This time, this is Farah. Had to retreat behind and look at Rosdila. Aggressive clearance. Eventually hit Sarah Zuriska for an Indonesian throw. Sabarbs, so it's got 2 goals for Indonesia. Goal in a debut against Kyrgyzstan last year. The best ball from Kyra Taylor. And now Sabarbs can start a counter. Trying to find Rostila. Now venturing forward is Venezia. Pull forward for Danel. Danel Tan. Just not her night. When she finally got some space, perhaps away from Remini Rumbiwas. Still could not find the target at Laita Rawati's goal. Not the best of goal kicks though. Might present an opportunity for Singapore. Shot from range from Sarah Zuriska. Zuriska has got 4 goals. Also a young player of the year last year. In the 24-25 season in the Women's Premier League. Desiu finding Rostila. She's got energy to go at Irsalina. Few step overs, kick and 50-50. Coming together with Irsalina Irwan. Tried to stop Rostila Nurrahma. She also played futsal as well for Indonesia. So Sydney Hopper will make way, and it is Reva Octaviani. Who is coming on. 4 minutes of time added on for stoppages. Reva Octaviani scored twice in the final against Cambodia 2 years ago. Top scorer, best player for 2024 edition. Mainly on the bench for this one, Reva Octaviani, coming from Bogor. She currently plays for Kelana United this season in Malaysia, scoring 4 goals. One of the top scorers in the competition so far. There's the National Women's League in Malaysia is still ongoing. Scored 2 of the 5 international goals in her career. Reva Octaviani against Singapore. Scoring the 2nd goal in that 3-0 victory last edition in the last semi-final, which these 2 sides met. Reva Octaviani. Sabarbs winning the header. Heavy touch from Reva Octaviani. Sabarbs did well to get past into Sheva Imut. Trying to release Octaviani. Sabarbs sending one in towards Rostila. Way by Irsalina. Oh, that was high risk. Almost giving the opportunity for Farah Nuzahira, and then clashes with Remini Rumbiwas. Do not forget that Remini Rumbiwas is on a yellow. That was the collision. easily result in another yellow for Remini Rumbewas, and that could mean that she will miss the final. Isababs on the left-hand side again. Octaviani providing backup, and she chose a Sheba Imut instead. Less than 90 seconds to spare, and nobody is rushing things here for Indonesia. This means that Singapore will need to face Cambodia in the third place playoff for another spot at the ASEAN Women's Championship next year. And Indonesia will qualify once again, this time to retain the title of AFF Women's Cup. Qualification for 2027 ASEAN Women's Championship will have the name of Laos, and then we'll have the name of Indonesia. Perhaps Singapore will not want to go down without a fight here. At least they wanted one, but it will not come. Indonesia wanted one more. And Indonesia into the second AFF Women's Final in as many attempts. 2 goals in the second half, both coming off defenders. KAU Manda with only a second goal for Indonesia, opening the scoring through a wonderful run off the left. And then Remini Rumbewas, who is the only yellow-carded player all game, rises the highest to meet Felicia Desiro's corner. Also her second international goal. It certainly made the defenders' night for Indonesia. Singapore defended well for the entirety of the game, and was outdone by this one. Just a few seconds after Isairida Shakira pulled off a massive save to deny a 1v1 opportunity for Indonesia. But KAU Manda has become the game changer, and in this, the header from Remini Rumbewas, unmarked. The one from Batam, the one from Papua. The two heroes, the two heroines in an Indonesian quest for another AFF Women's title, and will face Laos next. Final score here in the semi-final: Singapore 0, Indonesia 2.
Indonesia win. Congratulations to Indonesia. AFF Championship. AFF Women Championship. Indonesia 2 and Singapore 0. Congratulations to Indonesia. Vamos. Indonesia menang. Dicetak gol oleh dicetak oleh Remy Romewaz di menit ke-80 tadi dengan sundulan gol, dan gol pertama dicetak oleh Gaya Zumanda di menit ke-68. Dengan ini Indonesia melaju ke semifinal. Indonesia, vamos to Indonesia Woman. Selamat malam dan sampai jumpa. See you, good night. Sekali lagi, congratulations to Indonesia. Indonesia, vamos to Indonesia, vamos. Congratulations to Indonesia. Berarti Indonesia akan melaju ke semifinal ini, guys. Final. Señores. Terminado. Singapura 0, Indonesia 2. Terminado. Indonesia 2, Singapura 0. Selamat malam, sampai jumpa. Satu, dua, tiga, tutup ya guys. Sampai jumpa. See you, good night. Masih ada yang nonton ya guys, guys. And dead Singapore Woman 0, Indonesia Woman 2.